Hello, my name is Asai, and today I'm going to be doing a video assignment on attachment theories by me. Okay. First of all, what is attachment? Attachment is the emotional bond that forms between people. John Bowlby, Mary Ainsworth, and Harry Harlow explore attachment theories in different ways, and I'm going to be here to explain that. John Bowlby's attachment theory. John Bowlby was the first attachment theorist. He describes he described attachment as a lasting psychological connectedness between human beings. Bowlby believed that attachment was an all or nothing process. Bowlby's evolutionary theory of attachment states that children come into the world biologically pre-programmed to form attachments with others because this will help them to survive. He argued that a child forms many attachments, but one of these is different. That is what he calls primary attachment. Bowlby states that there is a critical period for developing attachments for 2.5 years. If there has not been an attachment during this time, then it may as well not happen. Mary Ainsworth's theory. Mary Ainsworth, um, Mary Ainsworth identifies the existence of what she calls attachment behaviors, which are examples of behaviors demonstrated by children who are insecure. Mary Ainsworth studied how children are in their attachment to their norms by observing their reactions to being left alone with a stranger. She developed the strange situation procedure, which are secure attachment. This occurs when children show distress when their parents leaves, but seek comfort when they return. Insecure avoidant attachments. This occurs when children avoid their parents when they are there. This shows minimal distress during separation. During her investigation, she classified the kids into groups which are successful, unsuccessful, and secure attachments. Harry Harlow's theory. Harry Harlow performed a number of studies on attachment in rhesus monkeys during the 1950s and 1960s. The cloth versus wire mother experiment, which was one of Harry Harlow's theories. In 1958, Harlow separated infant monkeys from their mothers immediately after birth and placed cages with access to two surrogate mothers, one made of wire and one covered in soft terry towelling cloth. In the first group, the terry cloth mother gave them no food, while the wire mother did. At the end of the day, both groups of monkeys spent more time with the cloth mother. This experiment was more effective in decreasing the young person's fear. The infant will explore more when the cloth mother was around. Harry Harlow performed other monkey experiments, and at the end of the day, the studies of the monkeys raised with artificial mothers suggest that mother infant emotional bonds result primarily from mothers who provide infants with comfort and tactile contracts, rather than just fulfilling basic needs like food. Harlow concluded that for a monkey to develop normally, it must have some interaction with an object which they can cling onto during the first months of life. He also concluded that early maternal deprivation leads to emotional damage, but that its impact could be switched in monkeys if an attachment was made before the end of the critical period. With all this, Harry's work was criticized as people can see them as unnecessarily wicked and of limited value in attempting to understand the effects of deprivation on human infants. His experiments are most times justified as it provides a good insight into the development of attachment and social behavior. Harlow's theories challenged the belief that attachment was mostly based on nourishment. Instead, he highlighted the importance of comfort and security in forming bonds. These are the theories in real life. My 3-year-old sister, Michelle, can be linked to all the attachment theorists, Harlow's, Ainsworth, and Bowlby. She has a strong attachment to my mom and dad, and she never leaves them alone. She's mostly attached to my mom. Her attachment towards my parents is very strong. My sister only allows my mom change her diapers whenever someone else tries to change the diapers or tries to carry out, she cries and yells. And my parents and most times me can carry her without her crying. If anyone else tries to carry her, she starts to cry. Her attachment to my mom is so bad that whenever my mom is gone for even a split second, she starts to lose it. Linked to Harlow's theory, it is known that Harlow used monkeys to carry out his investigation. He found out that if an object can have similar features to real ones, then that could also lead to attachment. His theories could be linked to babies because, for example, my sister is always looking for my mom's comfort whenever basic needs, my mom's comfort over the basic needs. She doesn't care if she's in the house or if she has a lot of food in front of her. But as long as my mom is there, everything is all right. For example, when Michelle fell down and hurt herself, she ran past my father who was holding drinks and food and went straight to my mom for comfort. This just explains and clarifies things when there are basic needs, basic necessities. She would not want that. She would just want to care for my mother. This shows Harlow's findings and that emotional comfort and security are important in attachment, which also shows that children looking for their caregivers are that this also shows that children look for their caregivers for emotional support. The link to Mary Ainsworth's theory. Using Ainsworth's theory, my sister will fall under the category of secure attachment. This is because she lets anyone carry her when my mom and dad are there. But when they leave, she gets uncomfortable. She doesn't feel comfortable when my parents are not around, but she feels a sort of peace when she's around. This is linked to Ainsworth's discovery during her experiments, which shows that they are only controlled by the parents and not the strangers. Finally, the link to Bowlby's theory. Bowlby's theory of attachment says that children come into the world biologically pre-programmed to form attachments with others, which means that they serve as a foundation for future social and emotional development. The theory that applies to my sister would be the secure-based theory. As my sister grew older, like 6 years old, my mom takes her to the park to play. Every few minutes, she checks up on my mother to make sure she's all right and still there. This is the secure base theory. She always has to check up on my mom to make sure she's fine. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a lot from what I've said, and I hope you can gain knowledge about the attachment theories. I hope you understand it better. Thank you.